The story begins far from the battlefields where John Rambo earned his reputation. It's been years since he waged war against his enemies, but now he's found solitude in the wide, open plains of Arizona. His hands, once used to wield weapons, now guide horses, maintain fences, and perform the peaceful work of a rancher. Yet beneath this calm exterior lies a man forever haunted by the ghosts of his past. Though he's found some peace, he's not alone. Rambo lives with Maria, an old family friend, and her granddaughter Gabriella, whom Rambo has grown to love like a daughter. For years, they've shared this quiet life, trying to forget the violence that once defined him. But deep down, Rambo knows it can't last forever. Gabriella is at a crossroads in her life. She's about to head off to college, but before she goes, there's one thing she can't shake: the desire to meet her estranged father. This longing has been growing inside her for years, despite warnings from both Rambo and Maria about the dangers of searching for him in Mexico. It's here that the peace begins to fracture. Gabriella's decision to disobey Rambo and Maria will set off a chain of events that no one could have predicted. She heads to Mexico against their wishes to find the man who abandoned her as a child. What follows is the first step into the nightmare that will pull Rambo back into the violent world he knows all too well. Gazelle claims to know where Gabriella's father is, but in a shocking twist, it's all a setup. The moment they enter the apartment, Gabriella realizes too late that she's been betrayed. The door slams shut, and men from a local cartel surround her. She's taken kidnapped and thrust into a world of human trafficking, where her fate seems all but sealed. Back at the ranch, Rambo senses something is wrong. His instincts, sharpened by years of battle, tell him that Gabriella is in danger. When he learns that she has gone to Mexico against his wishes, a cold determination takes over. He's no longer the peaceful rancher. The old Rambo begins to re-emerge. Rambo's arrival in Mexico is quiet, but filled with purpose. He wastes no time tracking down Gazelle, the friend who betrayed Gabriella. In a tense confrontation, we see Rambo's cold, unyielding demeanor return. His interrogation is brief but brutal, and it's enough to lead him to the cartel's operations. Despite his skill and experience, Rambo finds himself outnumbered. In a rare moment of weakness, he's overwhelmed by the cartel's forces and viciously beaten. The camera stays tight on his face as he struggles to stand, blood dripping from his wounds. He's been captured, and for the first time in a long while, Rambo seems vulnerable. But Rambo isn't alone. Carmen, a journalist who has been tracking the cartel for years, finds him and takes him to safety. She tends to his wounds, and in this moment of quiet recovery, we see that Rambo's war is far from over. The fire inside him burns brighter than ever, fueled by the desire for vengeance and to save Gabriella. When Rambo returns to the cartel's lair, this time he's prepared. His entrance is quiet, but his execution is anything but. Armed with nothing but a hammer, he begins to dismantle the cartel one brutal hit at a time. The violence is shocking, raw, and unapologetic, showcasing that Rambo, despite his age, has lost none of his lethality. But Rambo isn't just out for revenge. His goal is clear: find Gabriella and bring her home. After a desperate search, he finally locates her, but it's too late. Gabriella's body, broken by the trauma of her captivity, succumbs to her injuries. She dies in Rambo's arms, and for the first time, we see the legendary soldier completely shattered. Now, there's nothing left but vengeance. Back at his ranch, Rambo prepares for the final confrontation. He knows the cartel will come for him, and he plans to be ready. The peaceful home he once shared with Gabriella and Maria is transformed into a fortress of traps and weapons, each designed to kill. When the cartel finally arrives, Rambo unleashes a fury unlike anything we've seen before. His traps spring one by one, taking out the cartel members with brutal efficiency. He uses everything at his disposal: knives, arrows, even explosives, showing that he's still the unstoppable force of nature he's always been. The battle is over, but Rambo's war continues. Though he's avenged Gabriella's death, the toll it has taken on him is clear. In the final moments, we watch as Rambo, bloodied and exhausted, climbs onto his horse and rides away from the wreckage of his home, disappearing into the horizon. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and follow our channel. Please like, comment, and share.